Hey guys, welcome to Nigira Techies. Today let's talk about one real-time examples in Angular reactive forms with formArray. So just to consider one product screen. If it is the normal product screen, we can manage using this reactive form group and form controls. But I'm going to use this variants. So that means the single product has the multiple variants. This variants also we are going to add in this dynamic manner. For handling this complex scenario, I'm going to use this formArray. First, let me provide my demo, then we can go to the implementation. Okay, this is my application. Here I just populated the basic details of this product. Okay, now let me create one new product. So the first field is the product code and then name, then price, the category, and if you have any remarks, we can include. So at the end, you can see one table. So this table is used for adding our variants. So let me click add new. So it's created one new row. Here the first field is ID, it's a disabled one. The second one is color, so I selected red, and third one is size, Excel. So remark, you can provide your own remark. And the default price is loaded 200. If you want to change, you can change it. The similar way, I'm going to add one more variant, same red, provide the price is 220. I'm going to have this the same price 200. So let me save this one. Okay, you can see this message, product saved successfully, and our product also populated in our grid. Okay, let me try to edit this one. See, now all the product informations are loaded, and also the variant side also all the information are loaded. Now let me try to include one more variant, and here also I'm going to change the prices 190. Let me save it once again. See, again I'm getting the same message, and also this listing also got updated. So this is all about the demo. Now let me go to the implementation. Here I listed out all the steps. We can go one by one. The first thing is you have to create the project. So using this below command ng new then project name. So that's what I already created the project. The second one is you have to install this material UI. So if you want to get more details about this material UI, just go to the official site material.angular.io. So you can click this get started. You will get more information, and I will share one link in the description. In that video, I have clearly explained this material UI. So the third step is we have to create the required files. So first let me create the component. So the first component is product. Okay, the first component is created. Let me create one more component. Add product. So this component is used for handling our create and edit scenario. Okay, this one also done. Now let me create the service. Okay, this service also gets generated. Okay, in the services, the spec file is not required, so let me remove it. Then in this product services, let me inject the HTTP client. Now let me map our components in this routing model. So currently I'm having this company. The similar way I'm going to add for our product. So the path name is product and our component is product component. Okay, and it is having this create and edit scenario. For doing this one, I'm going to use this children concept. That means the child routing. For handling this one, I have created the component is add product component. First path is create. The similar way, let me create for the edit also. The component is same, but the path name is different. And it is having one parameter. The parameter name is ID. Now let me go to the app component. So in this app component, I'm going to create the menu. So after this company, let me add our product. Let me see the output now. Okay, the default page is loaded. Now let me go to the product. Okay, see now our product page is loaded. Currently we don't have any changes. Now let me define our reactive form. Okay, our form name is product form. And here I'm going to use this form folder. So let me inject this one first. So using this builder, let me define our form first. Okay, here we can define all our properties. Before that, let me explain our services. So this is my created services and it's developed using this .NET Core 6.0 hosted in IIS. So in these services, I'm going to use this product section. The first method is getAll method. It will return all the products. Okay, the second one is getByCode, or it will return the single product information. And the final one is save product. So you can see this input. So here we are passing the basic details of this product. And the second one is variant. You can see it's expecting the input in array format, so we can pass the multiple variants. And also we have some master services. The first one is category. It will return this category information. And the second one is variant. Actually, in our example, we are using two types of variants. The first one is color and the second one is size. So using this type parameter, we can get the different types of variants. For the color, we have the type is C. Okay. Similar way for the size, the type name is yes. Okay. This is all about our services. Okay, fine. Now let me declare our properties. The first one is code. And also I'm going to add one validation, the required field validation. So the second field is name and the third one is price. The similar way I'm going to add all the properties. Okay, the final one is variance. Okay, great. We have initiated our reactive form. Now let me go to the design side. First, we can complete for this listing page. Okay. So instead of this p tag, I'm going to provide h3. Then I'm going to add one div section. And this div is for adding our add button. And this is the mat raised button. The color is primary. So let me add the router link. So already we have defined our routing. So the create. Next we have to include our table. So in this table I'm going to include one class. Next we have to include this mat table. So this mat table is nothing but the material UA table. So it's expecting this data source parameter. So let me define it. Okay, now we have to define our columns. code name price. Now let me go to the HTML side. So the first column is code. So here this mat column definition is code, and we have defined our header name, and in this place we are binding our table body information. The similar way I am going to add all the columns, and the final column is for the action. So here we have to define our edit and delete button. So the button we already defined the top. We can copy the same button, we can reuse it. Okay, the first button is for edit. So let me define this click event. Edit product. Let me define it, otherwise it will return the error. So the similar way I am going to add one more button. So here the click is not required and the color is accent. Finally, we have to provide our display column information. Okay, we have done. Let me include one CSS change also. So now let me see the current output. Okay, it's showing only error. Actually, this match chart header must be placed within the element of match chart directory. So let me include this one also in our table. Let me see now. Okay, the error got resolved. Currently, we don't have any data. So now let me populate the data from our services. We have created one service, name is product services. So in the services, I just use this HTTP client. Here I'm going to define our API URL. So this is our main host URL. So the first method is get all product. So this dot API URL plus, let me check the service name. We have to include this getter, that's it. Okay, this is done. Let me create the one more function. Get product by code, and the input is code, and our service name is get by code. Okay, this is fine. Now let me go to this component side. So in the component side, first I'm going to inject our services. So the service name is product services. Here I'm going to write one function, load product. So this dot services get all product. So it will return the observable data. So let me subscribe it. And already I have defined one variable product data. Let me set the value here. Okay, this is fine. I'm going to call this function in our ng on it. So let me refresh the screen now. Okay, this get all. Okay, it should be product. The next one also same. So let me save it. You can verify now. Okay, great. The three products are loaded. It's having edit, and the second one should be a delete. So let me change the text name. Okay, great. Our listing screen is fine. Now let me move on the add and edit screen. So if I'm clicking this edit button, the URL is changed into the create. At the same time, I have to include the router outlet. Then only it will work. Because this is the child routing concept. So router outlet. Okay, great. You can see this add product works. It's coming. So actually, I'm in this create page. So if I'm in the create page, the listing does not show. So we have to hide this one. So let me declare one more property. So initially it should be true. So based on the URL change, we have to change the value of each listing. For getting this current URL, I'm going to use this router option. And also I'm going to implement the lifecycle hook. Do check. Okay, this is fine. Here, let me take the current URL. So this dot router dot URL. Okay. If the current URL double equal to product, then it should be true. So this dot is listing equal to true, else it should be false. Then I am going to use the same property in our listing side. See, now the listing gets gone. If I'm going to the product screen, see, now the product screen is loaded. If I go to the create new, it's just disabled. So now we have to design our create page. So in this material UI, let me take this input section. Here, let me copy this complete example in this add product page. So our first field is code, and this value is not required. The placeholder, we can use this code. The next one is not required, so let me remove it. And already we have defined our form. So let me use here. So the form group is added, and then we have to include the form control name. The first field is code. The similar way we can include all the fields. And the second one is name. And the third one is price. And the fourth one is category. For this one, I'm going to use the select control. And the final one is remarks. For this remarks, I'm going to use the text area. Okay, this is done. So as I mentioned, this category, I'm going to use this match select. So let me select it. So in the select example, we can use the first one. So this mat option, we supposed to load the data from our services. So currently I am going to disable it. So finally, we have to include the button, the save and cancel button. So the first one is for save. And the second one, I'm going to use this anchor tag, cancel. So the classes we already used in our product screen. So the mat raised button and the color is primary. We can reuse it. Okay, the similar way, the cancel, the color is accent. Okay, we have added our changes. Let me include some CSS changes also. So the CSS, you can use your own CSS, that's fine. And the very important thing is, actually we are using all the controls are from our material UI. The video starting itself, I got just mentioned you have to install this material UI. Okay. So once you installed, you have to done some configuration also. For each and every component should have one model. So you have to include it in your app.model. So in my case, I have created one separate model for all our material UI components. So see now, here I just exported all our models. Finally, I am just importing this material model in our app.model. So let me show you. Yeah, this material model. And also I am using this reactive forms. Then I have to include this reactive form model. That's what I have included already. So for this current scenario, I am using this app.model. That's what I have imported everything here. If you are having more than one models, you have to follow the same steps in your new models also. Okay. So in this material model, I am not included this select control. So let me do it. Okay, fine. Now we have to see our output, how it should be. Okay, the design is somewhat good. And we have to provide some space here. Let me do it. And also the remark should be the single line. Okay, now it's somewhat better. And the second thing is if I'm clicking this cancel button, it's supposed to redirect our listing page. So let me write the function here. Okay, let me define the function here. For the navigation, we have to use this router. So let me inject here also. Already we have done in our product page. So this dot router dot navigate and our route name product. So now let me click this cancel button. So it's redirecting our listing page. So if I'm clicking this create new, it's just to redirect into our create new page. Okay, great. We have done the basic design with our reactive forms. But the important thing is we are handling this form array. That is the whole thing about this video. So let me start the change here. For having all the variants, I'm going to use one table first. So let me add some style and classes here. Here we have the three sections: head, then body, and the final section is footer. So first we can complete our header section. So the first one is ID, and the second one is color, and the third one is size, fourth one is remark, and the fifth one is price, and the sixth one is active, and the final one is active. I mean this action. Okay, we have completed the header section. Now let me move on this footer. Add a new. So let me include this directives and also the color. Okay, we can move this button section also in the bottom. So let me check now. So now we have to do the changes for our body. So let me check in this TS side. So in the TS side, the form has this variant. So let me copy this one. So in the table, we can include form array name. So if you noted here, currently the variants have this empty array only. Actually, we need to push all the controls in this array. So let me implement that functionality. Add variants. And before that, let me define one form array. So this dot form variant equal to, so this dot product form get, and the variant array name is variants as form array. And the next step is we have to generate one form group and we need to push into our array. So the next method is generate row. So return, so this dot builder dot group of, let me push into the array. So this dot form variant dot push of, so this dot generate row. Okay, now let me define all of our properties. So in the services you can see the first one is id, so this dot builder dot control, so the default value is 0 and this field is disabled. Okay, and the second one is product code. For this product code value is nothing but our actual product code. So let me take from our reactive form code. The same way we have one more field, the price. So the default value of price is nothing but our product price. Okay, and then it's active. It's active, the initial value should be true. We have missed three more fields. The first one is color ID. So here the default value is empty. And the second one is size ID. The final one is remarks. Now let me call this add variants in our add new button. Here I'm going to include this click event. Okay, done. So in this form, let me include this submit event. Here I'm going to use the console.log. We can verify we are able to get the values from our reactive forms. Now let me try to click this button. See, now we are getting some data. So the basic values are coming. If you check in this variant, this is the empty array. Now I'm trying to add this add new click button. Again, I'm going to save. So this time, if you noted in this variance array, we are able to see all the fields, the product, price, inactive, color, size, and all the details are there. If I am clicking one more time, it will be added the new row once again. See, we have the two set of records. But the very important thing is in the UI we are unable to see anything, but it's included in our reactive form. So let me do some changes in the HTML side. So let me add one for loop, and here I need to access this variance from our reactive forms. So let me create one getter method here, and also let me include this index. So the index is nothing but our form group name, because we not included any custom name here. So now we have to define all the controls one by one. Okay. And this form control name equal to ID. The similar way I'm going to include all the fields. The second one is for name. Let me verify whether it's coming or not. Okay, see now the design is coming. Actually, we don't have any properties in the name, so let me remove it anyway. So this one I'm going to use for our price. So before the price we have these remarks. The remark, we can use the text area, so after the ID we have this color. For this color I'm going to use this select, and the field name is color ID. The similar way I can include the size ID also. So after the remark we have this is active and the action field. So the input type equal to checkbox, and here this class is not required, and the property name is active. So the final one is action, So we already have one button for the cancel. So let me reuse it. So the function name is remove variant. The input is index. Let me define the function here. Let me copy this add variants. So instead of this push, we can use the remove it. Let me pass the index here. So index already having as the parameter. I think we are good to go. So let me save it. So let me click once again. See, now there is no error. So we go to see the new row is added, but in this color and size, the data is not loaded. We have to do a little later. Add the remarks. If I'm clicking once again, I can see the new row is generated. So if I'm clicking this remove, it's automatically gets removed. So before that, I need to confirm it. So let me use the normal JavaScript to confirm. Do you want to remove this variant? So now it's asking the confirmation message. If I'm clicking OK, it gets removed. And the second thing is we have to load all the drop-down list. The first one is category. If you noted here, here also the data are not loaded. And in this listing, the variant listing, the color and size also need to be loaded. So let me implement this one first. So in our add product component, I am going to define three variables. The first one is color data, and the second one is size data, and the third one is category data. Now let me go to the service side. Here I have to create the functions. So this is also the get method. So in the service side, so the master slash category. Okay. The similar way I'm going to create for our color and size. So this get variants. So instead of this get category, I'm going to change into this get all variant, and also it's having one parameter. The first one is C, and the second one is for size. Now let me go to the component side. So we already injected our service, I hope. No. So let me inject the service first. So in this ng on it, let me consume all the services one by one. First one is category. So this dot category data equal to item. Let me format it. So the similar way I'm going to get the size and color. The next one is get size. Okay, we are good to go. Now let me bind the data into our controls. The first one is category. So this mat select having this mat option. We can use the for loop. So the value should be item.id. Okay, and the text is item dot. Let me check in the services name. Now let me verify our category whether it's loaded or not. See now, sports equipments, dress, and safety kits. Okay, so the similar way we can populate our color and size also. So the first one is color data. So here we just use the normal HTML controls. So we can go with an options. And the other steps are same only. The variant name and ID. So item.variant name. So the similar way value. We are using this property binding option here. Let me copy the same option. We can include in our size also. But we have to change the data. Instead of this color data, we have to give the style data. I mean size data, sorry. Okay, it's not loaded, so let me verify it. I think I made some mistake here. Okay, this F should be caps. See now the color is loaded and the size also loaded. Okay, fine. So our next step is we have to implement our save functionality. So for that already I defined one function, but there is no action we are implemented. So we are just checking we are able to get all the values or not. So let me verify it that also once again. Okay, let me add the data here. T001 t-shirt, price is 300, category dress, test string, so color is red, size is XL, the default price is loaded, that's fine. and the next one same red, and the size is double XL. And let me increase the price 320. Now let me try to save it. So you have to see all the details, like so basic product information and also the variant information. See, we are getting this color, price, product code, remarks, and the size ID. Okay, the remarks we have added for the second variant. Now let me save this one. First we have to check the data are valid or not. If it is valid only, we are going to proceed. And also the very important thing is we have to complete the changes from our service side. And the data type should be object, so I can give any. So the method type is post. Let me check the service name. Save product. Here we can pass our input data. Okay, this is fine. Here let me consume the same service. Okay, if you provide like this, it will return all the data, but in the variants the ID we just disabled, so it's not going to return. So for getting the disabled data also, then we have to use get raw data value. Okay, now let me subscribe it. So this dot save response equal to height. Let me include this one into our console. And also this else scenario, we can give alert. Please enter valid data. Now let me go to the screen, and here I'm going to provide the values. And t-shirt amount is 300. So here we have to choose the values. Okay, we can have the same price. Let me save it now. See, in this console I am getting this pass and the key value is TS001. Now let me go to the service side, copy this key value. Key value is nothing but our product code. So in this get by code method, okay, it's returning the true records. So whatever value you have entered, it's coming. That means our save functionality is working fine. Here we have to use this result. If result is pass, we can give the success message. And also we need to redirect into our listing page. Okay. So if result double equal to pass, for showing this alert, we can use this Alertify JS. So if you want to know about this Alertify JS, that link also I will provide in this description. You have to watch it. Alertify dot success saved successfully. Else, okay, this is fine. And also we need to reset our form. And then we have to redirect our listing page. Okay, see now currently we have the 4 records in our listing. Now let me try to create one more record. Now let me save it. See now we are getting this saved successfully message, but if you noted in this listing the newly added record is not loaded. Now let me manually refresh the screen. So now you have to see the newly added record. So the expected result should be when you are saved successfully, you are redirecting to your listing page, automatically the recent record should be populated in this listing page. For implementing this functionality, let me go to the service side. Here I am going to define one variable. Subject, actually subject is belongs to the RxJS. Let me resolve it. Okay. And also I'm going to define one getter property. So let me return the subject from here. Now in our component side, I mean in our product component. So in this ng on it, we are just calling this load product. So after that, let me subscribe the getter function. So here the idea is I just declared one observable variable, and here I just subscribed. If there is any change on this variable, automatically the function get triggered. So that's what inside I'm calling this load product. So in the service side I just defined. Now when I am completed this save function, here I'm going to use this pipe. Okay. So instead of the pipe, I'm going to use this tab option. So this tab also belongs to this RxJS. Let me include it manually. Okay. Here what I'm going to do, this dot underscore refresh required dot next stuff. Let me format it. Yes, this is done. Okay, now we have to verify once again. Let me save it once again. Let me save it once again. See, now it's just redirected our listing page and also newly created record. Test it's coming. Okay. So finally our edit function is only pending. So let me implement this one also. If you noted in our product component, we have added the edit button and we have the function also, edit product. So in this edit product, we have not done anything. Here, let me implement my function. So this dot router dot navigate. Okay, product slash edit and this code. Let me save it once again. Now let me click this edit button. See now, so the URL got changed and also we are in our edit page, but the data are not populated. So let me work out that also. So in our add product page, let me define one more variable, edit data and edit product code. So when I'm clicking this edit button, I'm just passing this product code in this URL. So first thing is we have to get this product code, then only we have to go further. For that, I'm going to use this activated route. So first let me inject this one. Okay, fine. Next in this ng on into function. So this dot edit product code equal to, so this dot route snapshot parameter map dot get id. Why I am providing id means, so in our router side we have defined as the id only. Okay, so that's what I have used the same variable here. Now let me add this one into our console. Let me go to the console. See now I am getting this product code T001. So currently I'm in the listing page. If I am go to the create new page, so I'm getting this null value. If I'm editing, I'm able to get this T001. That means exactly we are getting our product code. Okay. So then here I'm going to check one more condition. If this product code is not equal to null, okay, let me consume the services, get product by code. Here we can pass our edit product code and let me subscribe it. So this dot edit data equal to item. Okay, once we have the data, we have to set this value into our reactive forms. So this dot product form dot set value. So the first field is code. So this dot edit data dot code. So the similar way we have to include for all the fields. Okay. And the final one is variance. Okay, we have done it. And before that, we have to generate the controls in our variance. Okay. If this dot edit data dot variance not equal to null, then let me create one for loop here. This dot add variant. Okay. Let me format it. Okay, we can check now. It's not loaded any data, so let me verify it. So the service is not returning any data. Let me check from our Swagger side. Okay, it should be like this. So let me copy it once again. Okay, we have modified. Let me verify once again. See now all the records are loaded. The product code, name, dress category, and other information also. Let me include one more property, the blue, the same medium. For this one, I'm going to provide the price is 220. Testing. Let me save it. Okay, it's just redirected. Okay, now we have almost completed. Anyway, let me create one new record and we have to close this one. So TSP01, Jesse, and this is a trias and dress, sports item, the red XL, red double XL, red medium, and the medium should be 200. Okay, and this should be 270. The remark side R1, R2, R3. Now let me save it. Okay, the TSP product is coming here. Now let me try to edit this one. Okay, all the records are loaded. Here I am going to change this remark into second edit. Okay, so the price also I'm going to change into the 300, 300, 310, 320, and we can add one more set, the white XL. So see now the default price is coming. The command should be R4. The final one is blue, blue medium. It should be just 200. Okay, now let me try to save it. Okay, it's coming and the newly added remarks are also loaded. If I'm trying to edit once again, all the records are loaded. Okay, this is all about our video. Still, if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box, and also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.